Hey guys, Hello Bella here, and this video is going to be about our first week living in Key Largo, Florida. So we are down here for a month to explore and see what all there is to see in this area, and after our first week we've really done a lot. We've gone kayaking in the mangroves, we've gone to Robbie's to feed the tarpon, we've gone to John Pennekamp and did a snorkel tour to see the Jesus statue underwater. We've really done a lot. So in this video I'm going to cover some of the things that I've learned about Key Largo. So if you're traveling to Key Largo, hopefully you can get some info from this video. Okay, so we are staying in an Airbnb that had a minimum of 28 days for booking, so that's kind of the reason that we were coming down for a month. It's 16 hours from us and it's very, very far, so I didn't want to just come down here for a week and then have to drive back, but we are staying for a month in the Landings of Largo community, which has a pier and a private marina, so it's really nice to be able to take our kayaks that I just bought from a thrift store out onto the water. So I actually wound up finding this lady who has kayaks, and she told me that she'd sell them to me and she would buy them back. And so I was like, perfect, because I don't want to have to figure out what to do with a kayak, but I also didn't have room to bring one down. So now we have two kayaks, which really makes it more fun for us. And if you get down here, you realize that they don't have beaches like other places. Pretty much everywhere you go has to be by boat or by kayak. So for somebody like me who really enjoys snorkeling and being out on the water, that is kind of a challenge to overcome. I'm used to just going straight from the shore to wherever I want to snorkel, so it's been a little bit different down here. Now I will say the traffic and stuff hasn't been bad at all. It's definitely a little bit congested because there's not a lot of roads here, but we've been able to navigate pretty easily. As far as like groceries and stuff, there's Publix pretty much everywhere. There's Winn-Dixie, there's Family Dollar, there's a Dollar Tree. So all of the stuff that I normally go to here. There's a Walmart like probably an hour away, so if we really needed something from there, we could do it. We also can get our Amazon orders here, so everything like that has been really nice. The first weekend we were here, we did a ton of touristy things because my friend was here. She came in and flew into Miami. I braved the Miami airport driving. It wasn't as crazy, like I could have been worse, but it was definitely pretty insane. So taking her there and picking her up and stuff like that was a challenge for me because I'm from a really small town, but I did make it through, no issues. She stayed with us for 3 days, and while she was here, we did the mangroves. This was a kayaking tour that we did. Well, it wasn't really a tour. It was just 3 of us, me and Daniel and Leslie, out on the kayaks, and we kayaked the mangroves. We did see a crocodile. I made Leslie go first because I was like, I'm not trying to get a crocodile coming up on my kayak.
There's one right in front of you. Come go.
Where? Oh, I see him. I see him.
Yeah.
Bird Island. I see him. Oh, hi, friend. Yeah, they like it over here.
He's real close. See him?
We also saw some nurse sharks.
Hey, baby. Oh, he's so cute. You're a little guy. He is little.
We saw plenty of fish. We saw a lot of different like birds, of course iguanas and lizards, all of those things. So the wildlife here has been absolutely incredible. We paddled out to the mangroves and then we went to Bird Island, which was just like this little piece of land with these birds literally screaming. It was insane, and I definitely am glad that we went out there because Bird Island is where we started to see some of the sharks. And I've never really kayaked that much in the ocean, maybe once or twice, but kayaking in the ocean is so different from kayaking in the creeks back home. And I'm really glad that we bought those kayaks because I plan on going on a lot more adventures. While she was here, we also went to Robbie's and fed the tarpon. You just have to be there to see it. It's something that truly I feel like is fun for everybody, even if you don't want to feed them. If you just want to go watch, it's definitely worth it. It's a tourist trap, but it's fun. You know, I have no issue with it. It was like, I don't know, like 20 bucks or something for all of us to get in and feed the fish. So it was super fun. Got some great footage from that.
It wasn't come up from behind really.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, I held on to it. That was mean.
You taunting them, Leslie.
really just kind of like enthused by the whole thing. Like, kid at heart in me is like, oh my gosh, I stuck my hand inside a fish's mouth. The fish like nicked me because I didn't let go in time. It was crazy, but it was super fun. And so definitely, if you get a chance to go to Robbie's, check it out. I don't think I would really recommend eating there or anything like that. It's definitely more of like a tourist trap kind of place, so everything's really expensive. But we did go there just to do that. And then we wound up renting our kayaks from Robbie's, which was like $50 for the day, so not too bad. But now we've got those kayaks. I paid $200 for them with everything, like the paddles, the life jackets, everything included. So I'm gonna bring those back to that thrift store and sell them back to her whenever we leave. But anyways, I'll now be able to do different trips. So we're planning on doing Indian Key this weekend. That is actually closing as of August 25th, 2025. So they're doing renovations. So this weekend is the last weekend to do it. So we're gonna paddle out there and probably do snorkeling and walk around and see everything that there is to see. We also did John Pennekamp State Park. I really like this park. As far as the tour we did, it was like a snorkel tour where they took us out to the Jesus statue to see that and snorkel around.
Huh? Yeah, I'll be flipping. Do front flip. Yeah.
As far as the marine life goes, it was okay. It wasn't like the best snorkeling spot that I've ever been to. Apparently a lot of people go there just to see that statue, which I found it to be somewhat underwhelming. I know it's supposed to be like a landmark or whatever, but I was just like, okay, cool, where are the fish? Where is the marine life? So, you know, going there was fun. We got to snorkel, and then I actually went back to John Pennekamp yesterday just to kind of walk around and see what all was there. By yourself, it's only $4.50 to get in, so it's really, really cheap. I actually snorkeled a little bit yesterday, but the water was really murky and I didn't get a chance to see a lot, and there was seaweed all over me afterwards. So honestly, can't really recommend it. Shore snorkeling here is not a big thing. I've realized that in trying to find spots. It's just not a lot of opportunities unless you know some little hidey holes that you obviously are not going to tell all the tourists about. We also went to Ann's Beach, which was really nice. It is actually just like a little free public area. You can pull off and park, and then there's a boardwalk, and then along the boardwalk there are little spots to have like covered picnic area, and then each one of them walks down to the water. Now the water is a little bit bad right now, but you know, after you get past that initial grossness, you can get further out and it's okay. But I would say, yeah, the water is a little bit rough. I got some new snorkel fins. These are my new fins that I got from the thrift store. I also got my saltwater fishing license for Florida, so I'm gonna try to do fishing. I have already tried and failed miserably, so I'm gonna try again maybe this week. I'm really just learning on the fly, so a lot of this stuff is just like, I don't know, like I don't have a teacher. I just go on YouTube or TikTok or wherever and try to figure stuff out. But for the most part, I've got everything set up to do kayaking, fishing, all the recreational activities that I want to do, and I'm at a place where it's pretty easy to do that. We have a fishing pier, so once I get my gear in order, I should be able to do that, and I'll let you guys know if I actually catch a fish. In Key Largo, the vibe is pretty laid back. I will say people are friendly. It's definitely like faster driving and traffic and stuff like that. Like people are always passing me because I'm trying to go like, I go like 5 over the speed limit. I don't go crazy, but the driving here is a little bit faster. The food so far has been really expensive and not that great. Sorry to say that. The best food here has been Cuban food by far. The Cuban food has been excellent, but some of the restaurants we've been to around here are just like, I don't know, I don't want to throw shade, but they're just kind of just bland, boring, nothing to it. And they're very expensive, which is, you know, it's going to come with a tourist town where they're, you know, they're trying to squeeze every dollar out of you. So for the most part, I've just been getting groceries and just cooking stuff at home. There's some food trucks I want to try. There's stuff like that I'm like, I'm more like a down home food kind of girl. So hopefully we can find some places like that in Key Largo or around the areas. We've also been out to, I guess it's Isla Morada. Hope I'm saying that right. We've been out there. Tomorrow I think I'll go a little bit further out. We do have a trip planned to Dry Tortugas. So basically that is going to be our big thing here because it's so expensive. You have to take a ferry out to the national park and you pay out the wazoo for the ferry. I think it was on sale. It was actually got $100 off for using a coupon code, so I'll put the coupon code up and you can try it if it still works. But we paid $370 for 2 people to take the ferry out, and that's going to be like our all-day thing. That is from Key West, so that's like 2.5 hours from us, so we're going to have to get up super early that day and go down there. But that's like our big thing that we have booked. And then I also booked my own snorkel tour, like a 4-hour tour for Sunday, I believe, so hopefully I'll have some good footage to show you guys from that. that. Unfortunately, Daniel has a tattoo that is brand new, so he can't really snorkel, which he doesn't snorkel much anyways because it gives him vertigo. But we are doing that. We have a lot of stuff planned, so I'm really excited to see what goes on our trip. I think one of the things that has surprised me the most about Key Largo has been the wildlife. I mean, I knew that it was going to be crazy, but I just haven't expected to see so much in so little of time. We've seen sharks, jellyfish, tons of regular fish. We've saw a crocodile. There's literally a crocodile that lives at the pier. I think it's two crocodiles. Crocodiles. It's two of them. They live at the pier, and they're pretty much down there every night near the fish cleaning station trying to get scraps. So I thought that was pretty funny. So we've also seen massive iguanas, like 3-foot long iguanas everywhere. Those little curly-tailed lizards were biting my toes. It was just like everywhere you go, there's always beautiful birds like egrets, tons of stuff to see here. So as somebody who loves nature and feels like they honestly picked the wrong job, I wish I would have got a biology major or marine biology or something like that. I don't really know. I went to college for business because I was like, well, you know, I'm running a business, but me and my friend were talking and we're like, I don't know why we didn't do like something with animals, because we just light up whenever we see stuff like that. It makes us so happy. So I do kind of enjoy like that childlike feeling again of being able to see all of the animals here. It does seem like most people here have their own car. Some people have bicycles. I've seen a few scooters and golf carts, but for the most part, Key Largo is pretty much navigable by car or boat. You're definitely going to have better luck if you have your own vehicle. Everything we've seen so far has made the first week here just awesome, and I really did more than I even expected to do. I've been making a point to go out like every single day and do at least one thing because, you know, you're only here for a limited amount of time, and I don't know that we'll ever come back because it's so far from Alabama. It's like a 16-hour drive for us, which is crazy because state to state, it's just like you just drive this long diagonal line all the way down to Florida. So I'm excited. You know, we got a chance to swim with the manatees before, and I do have a video about that, but we've seen one manatee here. We haven't seen a ton. I'm sure there are more, but that's what we've seen so far. I do plan on going out and kayaking today, so I'll see how that goes in our little area. I haven't been out yet on our kayaks that we just bought, so hopefully they float. I do think they float. I tested them out, I cleaned them up a lot, and I put in some new stuff in them, so hopefully that goes well. But that's our first week in Key Largo. If you have any questions about it, you can let me know. I booked everything through an Airbnb and made very little plans coming down here aside from just packing my whole entire house pretty much and just shoving it all in the car. But it's been a really fun time so far. I've definitely utilized the long sleeve shirts because if not, you just get burnt up here. And I'm also using tons of sunscreen, especially on my face, because I'm trying to make sure that I don't get burnt like a lobster. That's another thing you could do here is catch lobster apparently, but you have to have a separate license for that, I learned. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video talking about my first week in Key Largo. I hope to have more adventures to share with you soon. Take care.